Life can be hard, particularly in these last few years. And we find our hope even fragile or broken. And our ultimate hope, it cannot be fulfilled in politics. It cannot be fulfilled through the economy. And our ultimate hope cannot be fulfilled through science. And we find ourselves in a place where we need our hope renewed. This was the story of the Israelites, the people of God, which the prophet Isaiah captures in his book. Isaiah comes in two sections, that first chapters 1 through 39 with a message of judgment, and then there's a shift in chapter 40, from chapter 40 all the way through to chapter 66. But in that first 39 chapters, there's a message coming by the prophet to God's people to say, you're going to be conquered by a foreign power and you're going to be living in captivity because you're disobedient, you're not living how God expects you to live. And the voice of doom, it was so near and it was so real. And then we get a switch in chapter 40, and the message of judgment changes to a message of comfort and hope. And this message of comfort is not a message that says all your suffering is going to disappear. But it's a message that says, take courage, be strong, find peace in the midst of suffering. Why? Because of Jesus, the Redeemer, the Savior, the coming Messiah. He's going to be our hope. His kingdom is going to be our hope. And we find in those first 11 verses of chapter 40, three voices that carry the message of comfort and hope. The first voice says God is present, even in the middle of suffering. The second voice says that God is unchanging when everything else is always changing. He's constant. The third voice says God is loving, gracious, full of compassion, mercy, patience. We can trust him. And this message in Isaiah 40 can be understood to say that often the seeds of comfort and hope are sown in the soil of adversity. My prayer, our prayer, should be that these seeds take root in the soil of adversity.